Well, hello friends. Welcome back to the program. Today we are going to work on FileManager stuff. So some things I would like to do here is specifically about inaccessible directories. So when I'm logged in as myself in Serenity, then I can't access /boot, for example. If I try to click on it, it says permission denied. But then it becomes selected. And what I see here is still the contents of /bin, which is what we opened before. Still says bin here and here. This is not super great. And also there's like this visual indication that boot is open, which it's not. So I think we should do better with this. And what I would like to happen is, well, first off, I would like to have some kind of visual clue that this thing is not available. And then I would also like to have that if you click on it anyway, then we would maybe show like, I don't know, some alternate view here, like we would gray it out and say, maybe we would even show the error here. Instead of bringing up a message box with the problem, we would show a dedicated widget here, like a grayed out screen with just the error message in the middle or something like that. I think that could be kind of neat. But yeah, so basically like a special icon for inaccessible directories that we can't open, and then also a special view that comes up if you click on one of those. Alternatively, we could also disallow clicking on them. Like if you try to click on it, it would, I guess, ignore the click. I'm not sure if that would feel quite right. I think it seems better to me that we would sort of open it but show something grayed out. We'll try that and we'll see how it feels. So let's add a widget for the unavailable directory thing. So it's just a simple widget, but do we need this to be a custom file? I'm thinking maybe we don't. Because we want this to happen in DirectoryView. So DirectoryView is the composite widget that contains all of the different, wait, what's going on here? Contains all of the different views that we have. So we have like the icon view, the table view, and the columns view. And now I'm thinking we'll add a fourth view, which is really like the unavailable directory view, or inaccessible directory view perhaps, which will just be a kind of mode, really, that this thing can be in. But it doesn't override the table, columns, or icon mode, so really it's like a separate state. So we'll put that in a separate thing. Also, what is this thing doing here? Confirm before delete. It's not used by anything. Okay. Unused enum, remove an unused enum in directory view. Okay, so let's add the state. So this will be bool inaccessible, or maybe error mode, because we want to be showing an error string, I guess. Showing error, let's say. And maybe error string, we'll keep that like that. In fact, we'll probably want to have an error widget, actually, which can be a GUI label, error label. Okay, and we can keep the string in the label. So we can actually, how do we do this? Let's see. So if we try to open something and it doesn't work out, then what do we do? So set root path. We call open. Here we call set root path. But who makes the message box? let's see, what did the message box even look like? Oh, that's not what we're doing. Okay, so I click here, FileManager, could not read a directory. Right here, DirectoryView on error. Okay, so this hook needs to be working a bit differently. On error, okay. So instead of firing the on error hook, I think we'll just get rid of that. On error, we will, let's say, if we don't have an error label, we'll create one. Or no, let's make that, let's create that earlier. We will, however, bring it to the front. So error label. How do we set the view mode? Set active widget. Okay, I got this. So set active widget, error label. Okay. And error label. Apparently we didn't have GUI label included. Error label. Set text. I guess the error string. That'll be kind of good. And then I guess we'll ignore the error number for now. So what happens here? Like if we get an error, then what we do is we just open what was previously opened. That's fine. What does this quit thing do anyway? Wait, did that do anything before? I'm confused about this. I feel like that's just not used for anything. Yeah, okay. So, or oh, it was doing something here. Okay, wait. So we were passing it to the callback. My bad. Okay, so this is what we were doing in the callback, which we'll now get rid of. And here, so here's where we will show this problem. Could not read directory. Right. Oh, so I guess if we get an error and we can't go back to something, then we quit the application, which is pretty hardcore, but I guess it works. Okay. So then we just need to make sure that the error label is constructed before we get to all this. So set up everything. We'll just add a label as a child. Loop. Okay, see, that's pretty cool, right? Let's see, I guess now we've gotten into a pretty bad state here. It's not a state we want to be in. So whenever we set the path to something else, then we have to reset the, get rid of the error label. So I guess we can just make it invisible, set visible false, although we still need to make somebody else the active widget. How do we know who should be the active widget? We just set the view mode. Okay. So this is a little hackish. We'll set it to invalid, and then to the original view mode. Just to see if we can get this going. This just to make sure that we invalidate everything and get the correct thing to be the sort of the frontmost sub-widget. Because DirectoryView is a stack widget, so that's why it has an active widget. Alright, that did not work out. On line 310, he didn't like what I did because I asserted here that mode was not invalid, which I guess now it would be. Is there another way to get the widget that we want? I feel like there's something that just returns it. Yeah, the current view. Okay, that's what we want. Okay. So instead of doing this, we'll just set active widget current view. Bloop, bloop. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So I like this. I like it a lot. Although it would be good if we could maybe show this in bold. And we have space, a lot of space, so we could make it a little more informative. Could not read directory. Let's say, yeah, it's could not read directory. That's a pretty fair description of the problem. Should we make it bold? I guess we could. We could put a new line. Put a new line and make it bold. Let's say we do that. Graphics font, default, bold font. Or wait, do we have an API like this? I forget. Bold family font. Yes, that's what we want. Click. Pretty cool. I like it. I like this a lot. Maybe we should put the path here too. Could not read directory. Put the path. So I guess whatever path we're trying to open. Failed path is model root path. Bloop. Yeah, this is very good. Very, very good. I guess it could even say could not read. It's probably fine. Just gonna test this out, see how it feels. It's all about the feels. Could not read boot, permission denied. Yeah, I like this a lot better than the message box coming up in my face and like forcing me to interact with it. This also feels I was going to say a bit more keyboard friendly, although now we're running into trouble here. I can't arrow up. Why not? Oh, this thing gets focus? Okay, something is weird with the keyboard. When this thing pops up, then we lose keyboard focus over here. That's kind of weird. Why is that happening? Set active widget. I wonder if that steals focus. Ooh, it does. Look at that. He steals the focus. What a jerk. we should only do that if we had focus already. So if had focus is whether I'm focused or I have an active widget and the active widget is focused. This tells us if we had focus. If so, we will transfer focus to the new thing. In fact, we'll do it this way. I think that's better because the act of switching which widget is frontmost in a stack shouldn't automatically like steal focus. That's weird. So yeah, this now I can like arrow up and down here in this view, which is exactly what I expect. So that's much better. Okay, so let's commit that. GUI, don't steal focus, or stack widget should not steal focus only when switching active child. Only focus the new active child if the old one had focus previously. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, and then we didn't need that showing error boolean. I don't know what I thought that would be for. So that's actually really simple. Let's commit that. FileManager. Show an error message in the directory view for inaccessible directories. Show an inline error. Instead of popping up a message box whenever we can't read the directory or read an opened directory, show the error message inside the directory view as a label instead. This makes keyboard navigation a bit more pleasant since you're not suddenly interrupted by a message box. Also, that's an also. This fixes a visual inconsistency where an inaccessible directory would be selected in the right side tree view, while the previous directory's contents were still showing. It's the left side tree view, by the way, on the right side. All right. Yeah. Okay, so now I would like to have some kind of icon for a directory that we can't open. So file type folder pung. So it's just something for this guy, but we could add like a little decal or whatever. I don't know, like we could pick. Do we actually have something suitable? We have this, which has a little X. I guess we can start with that. And see what we can come up with, because like the X is a little bit ambiguous, right? Like it sounds almost like It sounds like you want to delete it by clicking that. Although, wait, let me turn off the layer boundary. I don't know. I mean, that's actually not a half bad visual clue. Like, this does look like I can't go in there. Another option would be, wait, how do I duplicate? You would do something like a different shape, maybe. So, say that you would have something more like, I don't know exactly what I'm trying to do here. Something like, but then that's gonna look a little bit weird. That got really skewed. You could do that. It doesn't feel quite right. What if you expand it a little bit? Oh, crap. Wait, why can't I draw here? Oh, the layer size. Okay, and then this looks really awkward. The X was better. Maybe we can tone down the edges. Does that look better? Probably not. Or I don't know. Important part of the process here. Like if we just do that, it's not all bad. Although it's kind of hard to see it. Maybe if you expand it a little bit. Make it a little Xer, like that. Okay, that's not bad, actually. I do kind of like that. Should we take it one step further, like this? No, maybe this isn't perfect. Okay, so let's try this. File type folder inaccessible. This can definitely be improved, but I do feel that it's pretty decent. So let's save it as one of those things. And directory, this goes in the file icon provider. So file icon provider looks at the mode, and I guess we'll have to do an access system call here in order to verify if we can open this thing or not. That's probably okay. Let's see. This would be the, I guess here. So if access path characters, if I can read, okay, and execute, okay. Wait, is this how that works? I don't remember how access works. Mode, you OR together these guys. Right, and then the return value is if all requested permissions are granted. You get 0. Okay, so we checked that it's readable and executable. Executable. Okay, return S inaccessible directory. So if this fails, then yeah. Okay, and it's a very subtle X, but I think it's pretty decent. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, so now everything is inaccessible. That's not exactly what I wanted. So let's see. I guess another option would be to make some kind of a pattern. Let's see, duplicate the layer. What if instead of this, it would be something more like this? Like something totally crazy. I don't know if this really conveys inaccessibility or if this like more makes it look like selected or something. It has a certain infected quality to the appearance. Maybe these dots as well. This has some kind of a Windows NT flavor to me, like very old NT. Let's try it. I kind of like it. So why does this fail? Let's see. Access to path denied. Let's see what kind of paths we are looking at here. Okay, there's that startup time assertion again. Should probably debug that at some point. So access to, oh shit. Right, these paths are relative. Icon for path. Why are we... That's interesting. I thought we were passing in full paths, but it looks like we're passing in base names. So if I go to proc10, for example, yes, we're passing in like the base name of the directory, not the full path. That's interesting. We should probably do better. Here we should probably pass in the, can we get the full path? Yes. That would be helpful, where we're getting the icons in the file system model. I guess it was working fine because we really only cared about like .png getting an image file type and like .txt getting a text and so on. Okay. So now they look kind of rightish, although you can still open them like this, but let's see. Because this is interesting also, like we switched to the open directory somewhere. Also, this is not ideal. Like I need something more here. Maybe what I want is something like this. Like something to really make it stick out. Actually, I can just, or I can just do this and put it under that. That's really off looking though. We'll use some opacity. So I think we'll do this and then set the opacity to, I don't know, 30 something, right? And that, maybe we'll tweak the saturation here a little bit. Bring out those reds. zoot, a little bit, not too much lighter. Still pretty nice, I think. But that open icon, directory open. If it's selected, then we always show it as open, even if it's an inaccessible thing. So I feel like here what we really want to do is check if it's accessible. Maybe that's something we could cache on the node. Did we do that already? We don't do access anywhere. It's going to be a lot of calls to access, but maybe that's okay. It's probably something that we can optimize later. Let's just add the fix here. File icon. File system model should provide full paths to file icon provider. This will allow file icon provider to check additional things about the specified path. We previously only have access to the base name, let's say. All right, and then should we do like this, like Rx access? That's something that we could do. M time. Let's say if it's a directory, then access full path characters ROK XOK. Yeah. Let's call this something else. Let's call it is accessible directory. Yes, and then we can check that where we would return the directory open icon. So we'll say if node is selected and node is accessible directory. Then, and only then, will we return the directory open icon. So it's a little bit weird that you can, but we need to allow you to select it, right? Yeah. So then we don't show the open state. I think I like the reddish appearance. I think, though I'm not sure why I didn't do it for the whole thing, so maybe we should try to do that. Like, why don't we just bring this all the way around? Oops. Should this be in some way different? No, that's probably okay. Access to something denied. Okay. It seems okay to me, although I don't know if this is the best. I think we'll use this now, and then it's something that we could come back to. And do a better icon, because like you can always do better icons. Now one issue here is that when I click here, it doesn't update this one or this one. And should we? I guess since we're sort of logically putting this thing into the state of this thing is selected, this guy's showing this, We should probably show the path here. So let's see. First, let's add the inaccessible directories. Git commit GUI plus base. Show inaccessible directories, a special icon in views. Yeah, that's essentially what that is. And then the directory view, when we were getting on error, what we do here is we go back in history. Now I'm thinking we'll just stop doing that. That simplifies things. And then does that just become the whole thing? Now we don't have to worry about the weird thing where like we quit the app in some case. So now we're in boot. But this thing didn't update, nor did this thing. Okay. So normally we don't get on error when we switch to root path. We get on complete, which should possibly be renamed to on path change or something like that. This is the callback that we get, and so we get on complete and then we fire on path change. So I think we just need to do that here as well when we get an error, and we say we cannot write in this path, and we tell you that the failed path is the new path. There's just nothing there. Bloop. Okay, so now it says boot here, here, and we can't see anything, but that's okay. And when we go backwards, it skips over. Interesting. So, oh, we only add it to history if it's successful load. I don't know what I think about that one. I feel like we should probably add it to history regardless then. This one is kind of weird. Should disable the mecdir and touch actions. I don't know, this feels like a bit of duplication going on here. I'm not exactly sure how to factor this, so we'll leave that as an exercise for my future self. But like I go like that, and then I go backward, 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 brings me to /boot. That part seems pretty reasonable. Also, history navigation doesn't update this guy, this view here on the left. Like if I go backwards in history, I feel like it should update the index here. So that would be something that we should fix probably. FileManager. Make the GUI reflect, have the GUI reflect current dir even when inaccessible, or update GUI when entering inaccessible directory. We'll say entering like this. Enter an inaccessible directory. We still allow that directory to become selected in the left side tree view. So need to update the location box and window title to reflect the new current path. Yes. Okay, so, and actually let me expand on that a little bit. It's a little bit unclear what the best, this is not perfectly factored, and there's a bit of duplication between the models on error and on complete hook callbacks. And directory view needs more work. Okay. Still, that's okay. And then when we traverse the history, where do we do that? Directory view, history. Do we have history actions? Where are those? Path history. We have go back. Open previous directory. Okay. Which calls set root path. Okay. So this would cause us to fire the complete handler. Wait, but if I click here on source, oh, it doesn't open source over here. Okay. For some reason I thought that it would. I feel like it did at some point. Maybe we broke that. Let's see. So do we have on path change? We do. Okay. And then new index. Wait, but if the path changes, then at least we update the window title, right? Desktop. Yes, we go in desktop. So we are here. And then we try to figure out a new index for the new path. Okay, so let's try this. New index for path. This is for the left-hand side tree view. New index. I feel like we're just failing to find an index for it somehow. We'll see. All right, so we open desktop. New index for path. Home and on desktop. Fails. So that just doesn't work. Okay, so this code does not find. No, this is not the right function. Index here. Okay. So what does this do? So the purpose of this function is to construct a model index that points to a specific path in the file system. So I guess what we're doing here is that we start at the root and we look at all of the parts of the file name. So we split the path into a lexical path object, look at each of the parts. Each part is like a directory, and maybe the issue here is that we are skipping, I think maybe the issue is that we have this virtual directory because recently I wanted the root to show up here in the left side tree view as well. Also, this looks very silly. We need we need large versions of this icon. I wanted the root directory to show up here on the left-hand side, so I had to kind of create a virtual root that this tree view could be showing. So it's actually not showing the root directory here because then you would only see these guys. You wouldn't see slash itself, and slash wouldn't be clickable. That was an oversight. So now slash is clickable, but that means that we are in a virtual root rather than in the actual root. So we're going to have to skip over that virtual root here somehow. Let's see. Root. So if root is the parent of root, so this is like the virtual root thing. If so, then we want root children. This is really awkward. Otherwise, we want root. Okay. Let's try that. Parent of root. That's the that's the name I used for the virtual root. It sounds so dumb now that I see it. Okay, so lib. Yeah, that totally works. Although we didn't show, like, if I open Windows over here, it's selected over here, but we didn't expose it. So we should expose that. Do we have some API for that, I wonder? Does TreeView have? TreeView has expand tree. It would be nice if it had an API that would like expand all of the parents of a given index. So instead of expanding a whole tree, it would take like a leaf. It would take an arbitrary index and then just expand all of its parents so that they're all guaranteed open. That would be kind of cool. So we'll fix this, libgui, unbreak, file system model index path. After virtual root changes. Now that the slash directory can have a virtual parent index, we need to account for that when converting a full path to a model index. Okay, so I don't know. Now I guess for now we're just gonna do that little thing also where we expand all of the parents of something. So expand all parents of. I think this would be a nice API to have. And let's see where we would call that actually. So this would be in FileManager main. So instead of selection set, we would do set cursor, new index, scroll into view. That will happen by itself, I think. Scroll into view, yes, it will happen by itself. Don't need to update either, but we do need to expand all of the parents of it. So we'll expand all parents of new index. Okay, and what will that do? Yes, if you don't have a model, then it's a no op, it's fine. So what do we have here? Set open state of all in subtree. That's not exactly what we want to do. We just want to do the parents. So I guess we'll do something like this. Current is index, and then while current is valid. Current parent. Metadata for current. Open is true. Is that what this does? Oh, it does a toggle thing. Wait, on toggle. Toggle is such an awkward API here. Also, why is this done this way? I feel like this. Okay, let's not worry too much here. What is this even? So we set open to something, and then we fire the toggle callback. Sure. All right. Well, we can do that. Something like that. Then go to parent, start over, and then in the end, I guess we'll have to update everything to make sure that we're in sync. Let's see. Oh, look at that! I actually did this for my home directory now. Go to desktop. That's fine. Okay, so let's go here, and then we'll explore user, source, Serenity. Okay, that's kind of nice. It's opening it up down there. It's not super visible, but it's fine. We should probably make it scroll horizontally to bring it into view. Also, maybe there should be a little bit of slack, or sort of it should try to center it rather than, because right now it's kind of keeping it at the bottom, right? Like it's opening it, but it's just in the view. It would be cool if it would bring it more like this or something. Anyways, we don't have to do everything at once. I think this is a pretty huge improvement already. Although in this case, I don't know why it scrolls down at all. Like it doesn't seem necessary. Why do you scroll? Anyway, that's awesome. The fact that it opens like that now. Love it. So we're going to commit that. So we'll add those libgui changes. Add tree view. Expand all parents of index. Does exactly what it sounds like. FileManager. Expand and reveal, or fully properly reveal newly selected, newly opened directories. The left side tree view, and the tree view, let's say. Use the new tree view expand all parents of API to ensure that newly opened directories are revealed and scrolled into view in the left side tree view. All right, pretty cool. Oh, and we needed full-size version of this guy. So let's do that, otherwise I'm gonna forget. It's not the most exciting stuff, but just a white layer with 30.4 and that. Okay, so here goes this, and then here goes that. 30.4. Oops. So you go, I guess you go here, 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 and here, and here. And then for you, my friend, wait, is there some? Okay, this is, how do I make a line? For some reason I don't remember how to make a line. Oh, this way, right. Very exciting action here. maybe there's a better way to do this. I don't know. Maybe we should spend some more time working on pixel paint so that we can do this in Serenity, but we're not quite there yet. Need to put together PNG encoder one of these days. It's one of those things that's definitely holding us back. The fact that we can't encode images, only decode. It's not really particularly hard either, although we are lacking, I guess we're lacking a compression library. We have decompression, so we can decompress like zlib, gzip, that kind of stuff, but we can't compress it, which will be necessary for something like a PNG encoder. Because producing like the input to the compressor, that's kind of straightforward. I guess. I mean, you have to do some stuff to like filter the PNG contents, figure out what is the best filter for the maximum compression, but I don't think any of that's going to be particularly hard. So we'll see. Maybe somebody's already working on this. I'm not actually, I haven't actually checked if somebody is. Should probably have brought some more white here, so we'll bring a little extra. It's a little weird. Okay, I guess we'll do something like that. Does that work? You know what, let's just do this. Alright, not sure if this is the best thing, but seems okay. Okay, so if we go to slash, we can see that these guys look like this. It's decent. You try to open them, you get this. There's definitely some better way to do this, like they could have some additional decoration or something. Maybe we should have a mechanism that allows you to have sort of a secondary icon that's rendered on top of this icon, so it could be like, you know, like this no smoking sign or whatever, because that could be kind of an interesting thing to add to symlinks, for example, that they could have like a little decal on them. I don't know. Yeah, this is not perfect, but it's good enough for now. So let's commit that. Oh, I need to add it. Git commit thing rebase, and let's just fix up that guy into somebody else. So we'll put him in. Boop, boop, boop. Fix up. Boom. Oh. Okay, so I think this is going to be the end of today's video. So if you made it this far, then I thank you for watching and for hanging out. I think we got some nice stuff done today. I think we've definitely improved FileManager, although, oh, this behavior is weird. Now, if I navigate here, it automatically opens everything. That's not really what I wanted either. Dang it. Okay. Well, I need to round up the video, so I'm not gonna fix this in the video, but a lot of good stuff, I think. Made some good progress. FileManager becoming a bit nicer with every little thing that we do, so that's cool. I hope something was interesting, and I will see you all next time. Bye.